Good morning, my name is Robert with Precision Fabrication Plus. We have a really exciting delivery that just came in last week. We got 3 boxes of some really high-end King shocks. This is for a good friend of ours, Rick at Forge Motorsports. We've been working really closely with him on a whole new suspension design for 2020. And we're going to be unveiling the shocks, so all you kind folks can check this out and take in consideration if this is something that could interest you in your builds and your projects. So without further ado, we're going to dive into it. We have a pair right here of 3.0 3-tube triple bypass shocks with a finned reservoir. These are the front shocks, they're 12-inch travel. This second box here is the rear shocks, so the 14-inch travel, and then we've got a pair of 2.5 by 10 King steering stabilizers. So without further ado, let's open these babies up, let's check it out. So on his new front leaf springs, basically what we're doing is we're doing something a little different now, and something we've been doing for about 20 years. It's just something we do not advertise at all, but it's actually available now on the website. Basically what we're doing is we're doing the +6 conversion on the front leaf springs, which basically takes your stock spring and extends the stock spring on the shackle side from 47 inches to 53 inches to give you a nice plush ride. So if you're looking for a Cadillac type ride, but yet still being able to drive down the highway, and if you're a hardcore off-road enthusiast like myself, if you're looking for extended wheel travel and being able to drive in off-camera situations, this is definitely right up your alley. So one thing you notice here, the packaging with these King shocks is just absolutely stunning. Got some nice Instapack here, and it prevents them from getting damaged during the shipment. No different than our business. We ship products all around the world. It's very important to us that the products show up unscathed, that there's no scratches or damage or anything to them. So one thing with our shipping is we really appreciate it. Not only King's quality, but the way that they package their products is it's first class. So once again, check these guys out right here. So these are the 3.0 diameter. They're nice and heavy right here. 3.0 diameter by 12-inch wide, or 12-inch long travel. King shock. 7/8 diameter shaft. 1/2-inch diameter mounting bolts here. All custom, black anodized. I mean, you can see how they got the foam wrapped on here and everything. So if we set this guy down like this, and we'll peel this off. Beautiful, all 100% TIG welded, beautiful quality. And you can see the triple bypasses, 3 different tubes right here that you can go in with your Allen wrench, and you can make fine adjustments to detail the ride for exactly what your driving style and application is. So it's a very nice system. Literally, this is like top of the line. Like, it doesn't get any better than this. So if you're looking for anything from mild to wild, not only our company, but King Shock Technology definitely will take care of you. And we've been a dealer now for King for about the past 10 years now, and we use not only their products on our leaf sprung suspension vehicles, but we also use it in our complete IFS Elite line of products as well. So let's pull this other one out right here. So we got a pair of front shocks, and it's definitely not like the 1980s or 1970s anymore. You don't need 4 of these babies on each corner. Basically just a pair on each corner, and that's going to definitely take care of anything that you can throw at it. So definitely appreciating the packaging. They did a phenomenal job. Set this guy down here. Yeah, check that out. Now you'll notice these zip ties here, that's not permanent, that's basically just for shipping. So he's got these really nice, and these are optional, these don't come with them. These are optional King badges. So these come off, they have a double stick adhesive on the back, and you can wind up putting them on the body of the shock or wherever you would like to mount them. But yeah, very clean, very nice. The finned reservoir here is also an option. That's so basically everything you see here, from the anodizing to, you can buy it as a single bypass, a double bypass, or a triple bypass. So basically, as your budget or application allows, is going to dictate whether or not you wind up with no bypasses or single, double, triple, and then with or without the reservoir. So one of the big things is here with having not only the reservoir, but with having the heat sinks on here. A lot of folks don't really know about when you're driving down the highway, and this doesn't matter if it's a paved road, if it's off-road or whatever, but I know a lot of our roads across the country are not in fantastic shape. So what happens is when you're hitting these potholes in the road or cracks in the road or things like that, shocks are cycling very rapidly, and you don't realize that when you're going down the road. But what happens is the oil inside the shock winds up heating up very rapidly. And so without the reservoir, the oil is just sitting in there coming up to temperature. It has no way to cool down. And all that does is result in a poor ride, but also it winds up literally shortening the life of the shock. So this right here, this entire system is specifically designed for hard bumps, very fast bumps, and literally the harder you work these shocks, the better they perform. And that's really the cool thing about it. And I know Ford Rick would definitely contest to the current pair that he has on his truck right now. So let me set these guys aside. We'll move this box down here on the floor, and then we'll get into the rear shocks. So let's set this aside. There we go. I'll set these up for you guys to see. Definitely impressive though. We definitely love the black on black. It's gonna look gorgeous in this truck with all the powder coating and all the hard work that he's put into this thing. It definitely deserves it. So those are for the front. So the front of his truck now is gonna wind up having a 10-inch lift spring. Getting back to it, it is a +6, so it's 53 inches long. It's going to wind up including one of our products there that is the 53-inch HD Boomerang Shackle Kit. And so basically, it's a kit that we have designed, manufactured, and is available right now on the website. And basically, what you do is you wind up grinding out a couple of rivets. I think there's about 9 rivets per side that have to come out. And once those are removed, our bracket bolts right in the factory location. So there's no measuring, there's no drilling required. Basically everything we design it in a mindset for most folks that have basic hand tools. But we don't expect you guys to have a full fabrication shop. You know, you see these television programs where, all these guys are building these really cool rigs and everything, and they're in this shop that you can, eat off the floor. And I mean, that's great and all, but not all of us have that kind of budget. So we want to make it to where all of us blue collars can have something really nice for, being able to install it ourselves and not have to pay shops to do the work. So, yeah, check this out. This is definitely well-deserved here. The screwdriver underneath here. You can see how packed tight everything is, and the tighter the packages are, protects the products that are wrapped up inside from actually vibrating and getting damaged during the shipment. So check out that Instapack. It's so good, it's stuck to the bag. Look at that. Looking good. So these are the 3.0 triple bypass shocks as well. They're 14-inch travel. These basically have the same options as the front. They're just 2 inches longer is all. So we got the pair of front shocks, the pair of rear shocks here. Once again, I mean, you can see the packaging is phenomenal. Now, in this particular situation here, judging by looking at the shafts, how they are basically almost fully compressed here, I would like to assume that King probably has not put any nitrogen inside the shocks. and basically allows them to compress it so it fits into a smaller box right here. But basically, once you get these things bolted on, you can wind up, I'll show you guys here, you can wind up looking at this Schrader valve here on the end. So basically what you do is you pull the Schrader off, and you can wind up hooking your nitrogen bottle to there with the gauge. Now King actually sells a special filler gauge where you wind up hooking on there, and you can wind up adding nitrogen or taking nitrogen out of each shock to be able to more fine tune the ride for what you're looking for. So once again, it's got the foam, looks really nice. Pull these guys off here. All 100% TIG welded, no different than what we do here at our facility. Very high end, very nice quality. Everything is all, every one of the shocks they ship has one of these tags here, gives the order number, the company's name, the part number of the shock. So you got Performance Race Series 3.0, 14-inch travel, and right here we're looking at a triple bypass and piggyback, P for piggyback right here, and that's what this reservoir is. You can see how it comes out of the main body and comes up, and it doesn't have a remote reservoir hose. This is a piggyback, so it doesn't move or it doesn't anything like that. So let's go ahead and get these out right here, and we'll set these babies over here next to the big brothers here. Looking nice. Set this over here, and we'll get into the second one. Very, very exciting. So if any of you folks, once again, like I said, I mean, even if you got a square body or any application, King has a very versatile line of products, from UTVs to trucks and cars and things like that. So basically, no matter what your application is, we can definitely help you with a custom set of shocks. So move these staples out of the way. Okay. So one of the big things is dampening, and a lot of people really don't understand that, or maybe wouldn't realize like why you need to spend money on high-end shock, whether it's Fox or King or ADS or Bilstein or anything like that. And basically, there's a big difference, between a very low-end shock that's $30 or $60, $70 compared to a shock that's $100 or $150. It's not only is going to affect the ride, it's going to affect tire wear and overall vehicle performance. That's really the best thing, is like getting the performance out of your vehicle and being able to use it how you want to use it is really the biggest plus out of all of it. And one of the best things about all of these higher end shocks here, especially these Kings, is if something happens, if the seal winds up blowing out or something, it can be disassembled, it can be repaired. So you buy these shocks once, and as long as you care for them, you can have them for a lifetime. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this last box here. And basically what we got here, like I said in the beginning of the video, is one pair of 2.5 body, which is something that you don't really see too terribly often. But they're 2.5 body by 10-inch travel King steering stabilizers. And so this particular system works hand in hand with our HD high steer kit that we offer that's on our website. And basically we have a couple different steering stabilizer options. When you're on the product page, you'll be able to click those drop down boxes and see it. But basically, this is the dual reverse steering stabilizer kit. And so we design, manufacture, and sell a bracket that bolts to either a GM Dana 60 or the 1978 or 79 Ford Snowfighter Dana 60. And what this does is it mounts the stabilizers on the rear side of the tie rod. So basically, if you have our high steer system, you'll wind up getting the bracket from us. and then you get the shocks, and they're going to wind up on the rear side of the tie rod, so they're still visible. You look through the fender well, you can see them. It's got a nice presentation, but they are protected from serious off-road situations. They're not going to get hit by any rocks or trees or roots or anything that you're driving over. And that's one thing that we always got in the back of our mind is clearance is a big thing with this. So, and you'll notice that with transfer case blocking options and things like that, we want to make sure that everything's tucked up out of harm's way. Because you spend a lot of money on these products, you want them to last. So here's the, wow, look at those, these are great. Here's the steering stabilizers. So a typical steering stabilizer is going to have basically like a 1/2 inch diameter shaft, and it's going to be 2-inch diameter body. So these guys are 2.5, which is really cool. They're bigger, they hold more oil, and literally, I mean, you've probably seen these videos of Forge Rick driving down the highway at 80, 90 miles an hour with literally one pinky finger on the steering wheel. There's a lot to say for that, a lot of engineering, a lot of time. We're well aware that there's plenty of other companies out there designing steering systems, but we want to take it the extra mile. We want to make sure that our clients are buying something that they're not going to have to replace in the near future. So spend it once, spend it right. That's kind of our motto right here. So once again, I mean, check these out, all black anodized. Lots of different finishes available from King. From chrome to polished, different anodizing colors. We do have all the anodizing colors listed on the website there. And basically, if you're looking for a quote on shocks and you don't see it on the website, basically what you can do is you can just shoot us an email. Really, that's the best method at sales@precisionfabricationplus.com, and let us know your year, make, and model, your application. You gotta keep in mind, the King shocks are non-returnable. Every one of these is custom built, so you have to keep in mind that the more dimensions that you provide us, the better off the chances are of getting the order correct the first time. And so basically, what we'll do is we're gonna wind up, really what we're shooting for is the extended length on the shocks. Now obviously these are stabilizers, this is another situation here. But on the shocks, when basically you need to have your suspension system completely mocked up, everything needs to be done, engine, it needs to be installed, all the powertrain, and basically the body and everything, all of the weight needs to be on the vehicle. And then you need to droop the suspension fully and get that center to center dimension right here, because that's what we're going to be looking for when we go to help you with the body repair or a set of 4 shocks for you. The King stickers here are available in their standard signature King blue, and then they do offer them in black as well. The black really suits these. It looks real clean, very crisp, and definitely a nice subtle contrast, nothing too out of the ordinary. But yeah, so here's our first unboxing video. Very, very excited to get these to Rick and get them on his truck and get the feedback. But if any of you guys are looking for any pricing or information, like I said, once again, if it's not on the website, send us an email to sales@Precision Fabrication Plus. We'd be happy to help you out. All of these shocks here, once again, all of their products are built to order. So please expect a lead time there. A lot of the times the lead times are anywhere on the minimum side of 4 weeks. Sometimes something like this right here, which you see, this could take 8 weeks. So please be patient. The quality takes time, no different than our products. But when you get it, trust me, you'll be happy. So thank you everybody for your time and for watching this video. We sincerely appreciate it. Please feel free to check in on our website for new products and new information. Also, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. So we appreciate all of you loyal followers and clients, and looking forward to working with you guys more here in the future. So thanks again, and have yourselves a good day.